Well, my son was graduating. I was getting ready to graduate from high school, and he was looking a way to make some money. Not really going to school full time, so I told him that we need to look into the apprentice school because they had a wrestling program and was able to learn a trade.
It was, I think, around my junior year. I seen them at a national tournament when I was in high school for wrestling, and we talked to them for a little bit. It sounded like a real good idea.
I contacted the coach, and the coach was very interested in him, so they recruited him to wrestle for the apprentice school. And then after I got him situated and got him in the program, then I thought about going into it myself.
I just got a new job, became foreman, so I'm off my tools now, but throughout the whole apprenticeship, I worked X43, which is outside machinist. I learned a lot about what power should ship and all that, and that was a great experience.
It did feel kind of weird sitting in class. You know, a majority of the people in the classroom, you're old enough to be their father. But it also gave you a kind of motivation to say, hey, I can do this too.
There's all kinds of help through the apprentice school. If you need it, it's there. So I really never had to teach him anything, but I'd pass him down my books, so he never had to buy the books like I did.
Graduation was very special to me. I mean, you got a chance to say it was done. It was like a completion. You walked across the stage, you got your certificate saying you completed the apprentice school. You got to see all the friends that you started with, and with my son being part of the one that was with me, made it real special.
You know, that's something I always have with me, and something that nobody can take from me.
So he got to go first, and I got to go right after he did. But it was special. It was very special to walk across with him, because that's something that we share.
The apprentice school made me grow a lot too. You know, I would have never thought I'd be right here 4 years ago. Picture me leading a crew with guys that some of them older than me, you know, but the apprentice school put me there, and they developed you to get to that point.
The apprentice school is a great place to learn a career and also to continue your education.
I am a Foundry apprentice. It's going to be 2 years for me in September. The first year it was pretty tough for me. I'm from New Mexico. I'm pretty far away from home, and I was finding a hard balance between school and work and basketball, and I came right into basketball season, my start date, and I'm really proud that I made it through. The Foundry is a unique trade. It's the only trade I know that you take raw materials and turn into a product. Working with the multi-metal, I was very nervous when I started. Even being in the vicinity of pour operations and with the multi-metal, you have to have a deep respect for it, and you can never become complacent. I would say as a molder, there's a lot of details that go into the job, but in a nutshell, we just take sand, we ram it into a mold, and through process it becomes a finished casting. And these castings go on aircraft carriers and submarines as well. It's physically demanding. A lot of it is thinking. And you got to be able to think before you act so that you don't injure yourself, where safety is our #1 priority there. And I think as far as applying yourself and engaging, if you engage and apply yourself in the trade, you'll learn a lot. And I'm still learning in my apprenticeship. The Foundry, when I first got there, it was very intimidating to me. I was nervous about it. I had no idea what I was going to be doing. There's a whole bunch of men in there, and there hasn't been a female that graduated from there yet. So I was nervous about it, but it was the exact opposite when I started. The guys in there are very nice. They look out for me. They don't want me to get hurt. I'll probably be the first girl to graduate in there, hopefully. So that's kind of exciting. It's definitely, we're going to make history. So the most valuable thing that I have gained throughout my apprenticeship is definitely growing as an individual, having more confidence in myself than I did when I first came here. And I realized that that's adding to the way I perform in my trade, and me maturing and growing up is helping me develop into a better person to one day try to be a great leader in this company. The apprentice school is by far the best decision I have ever made. It's definitely a stepping stone to build a great career here at Huntington Eagles.
And welcome back into the Apprentice Athletic Center. A little under a minute remaining in halftime as we get a chance to look quickly at some of the halftime statistics for the visiting Big Blue. Lindsay Hatfield leads all scorers for them. Right now, I'm taking it back. I'm sorry, that's actually Alexis Tucker, who was actually able to score 10 points for Big Blue in that first half to lead all scorers for Big Blue. Lindsay Hatfield with 5 total rebounds is the rebounding leader. Neither team shot particularly well from the three-point line. Looks like it was 1 for 5 for the Big Blue. They shot only 20%. For the Lady Builders, shot around 33.3 on their field goal percentage. Leading scorer was Jordan Wilson with 11 as both teams get ready to take the floor. Latrice Washington also helped out. She was able to get in 6 points. Alexis Wethington is the lead rebounder for the Lady Builders. She was able to grab 5 boards. About to get started with the third period of action as the Lady Builders on the offense. Here's Jordan Wilson. Trap. She's able to get out of it. Trapping defense being called so far early on by the Big Blue, but there's a foul. That foul was on Lindsay Hatfield. That is her first personal foul of the second half. Actually, that is her first foul period. The senior forward out of Bluefield. Here's Washington, almost a backcourt violation, but able to save it for the Lady Builders. To give over to Jones. Jones looks, dumps it inside to Wilson. Wilson thought about taking the shot, but pulled it back down. Shot clock at 8. Three-point is hoisted, no good. Rebound taken by Big Blue. Here's Alexis Tucker. Tucker over to Sandy. Tucker guarded by Washington. Man-to-man defense by the Lady Builders. As you can hear, Coach Jackson giving instruction. Dribble drive to the basket. Foul call. That foul is on to Alexis Weddington. The entire first half, I'm sorry, folks, I was calling her Washington. Eyesight isn't as good as it used to be. Weddington looked like Washington. Here's Lindsay Hatfield to shoot two. First free throw is good. That pushes Big Blue's lead to 32-26. 9:03 remaining in the third period. And the second free throw is good. 33-26. Our score, Lady Builders trail as we have full court pressure being put on by Big Blue. Good job by the Lady Builders to break the press. Shot called, there is a foul. That foul is on Kyla Webb.
Big Blue foul on number 5, Kyla Webb, her first, team second.
That's the first team foul for Big Blue at the line to shoot two is Alexis Weddington. First free throw is up and good. 33-27 is our score. Lady Builders currently trail by 6. 8:54 remaining here in the third period at the Apprentice School Athletic Center, and the second free throw is up and good. Here's Alexis Tucker with the ball. Guarded, Washington. Over to Hatfield. Feed down low, no one there. She was looking for Madison Wilcox. Madison Wilcox got led just a little bit too far. Ball goes out of bounds. That's a turnover for Big Blue. Here's Washington over half court. Washington looks off of the screen. Nothing there. Back out to Weddington. Three-point basket, no good. Trickles off the side of the rim, goes off of a Big Blue player. So the basketball will remain with the Lady Builders. Lady Builders currently trail 33-28, 8:25 remaining. In the third period, here's Wilson. Long three-pointer, air ball, no good. Tucker with the rebound. Sorry, Webb with the rebound. Webb with the basketball. Three-point attempt up, no good. Rebound taken by the Lady Builders. Quasia Jones on the fast break, all the way blocked by Webb. Quick outlet. Basket no good, but there was a foul. Great hustle defense that time by Alexis Weddington, but there was a foul. That's going to be two shots. That's Alexis Weddington's second personal foul and the team's second. Lindsay Hatfield stepping to the line to shoot two as Big Blue currently leads by a score of 33-28. First free throw is up and no good. Second free throw also no good. Wilson clears. Lady Builders on the attack, but the ball was blocked. Back out for a long three-point shot. No good. Rebound taken by Big Blue. Here's Tucker with the ball. And then layup is good. We have to do a better job of stopping the basketball in transition. That time it did not happen. Easy basket that time by Big Blue. That pushes their lead 35-28. Here's Weddington. Weddington give. Foul call. Foul call is going to go on Tucker.
Bluefield State foul number 2, Alexis Tucker for third.
For Tucker, that's her third personal foul. That's the team's third. At the line to shoot two for the Lady Builders, here's Aquasia Jones. Free throw is good. That inches the Lady Builders just a little bit closer. 35-29 is the score. Second free throw off the mark. Rebound secured by Hatfield of Big Blue. Here's Tucker. Tucker being guarded by Washington. Washington, the second leading scorer this evening for the Lady Builders at 6 points. This is Tucker working off a screen. Good defense being put on by the Builders. Ball poked away by the Lady Builders. Just weren't able to get possession as Big Blue able to find Sandy for the basket. Again, Sandy comes into tonight's ball game as Big Blue's leading scorer at 9.1 points per game. 9.1 points per game, as the shot is denied for Washington, who tries to give off to Jones. Here's Jones behind the arc. Three-point is up and good. Three-point basket is good by Aquasia Jones. That narrows the lead for Big Blue to 5, 37-32. 6:15 remaining in the third period. Here's Tucker over to Sandy. Sandy working off a screen. Kick out to Tucker. Tucker with the three, gets them right back. Three-point basket by Tucker, and that pushes the lead to 7 for Big Blue, 40-32. Washington over to Wethington. Wethington down low to Wilson. Wilson spins. Basket is up and good. Coach is calling for a 3-second violation, but that basket is good. That's going to be a foul call. That foul was on Alexis Tucker. That is Alexis Tucker's 4th personal foul. And I don't see the move being made to take Tucker out of the basketball game as she picks up her 4th personal foul. Once we begin play, this will be Wilson at the line, attempting to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Lady Builders trail 34-40 to Big Blue. Tucker's free throw is good. Coach Bailey makes the change. Tucker to the sideline. Jemiah Britnam in for for Big Blue. 5:47 remaining in the third period. Here's Sandy with the basketball being guarded by Wilson, but Wilson used that forearm to fend off the defender. That's an offensive foul call on Kara Sandy. That is her 3rd personal foul and the team's 4th. Here's Jones with the basketball over to Wethington. Wilson looks. Shot is up and good. Jordan Wilson, again, into tonight's ball game as the leading scorer on average for the Lady Builders at a shade over 18 points per game. Pressure defense as she forces a turnover. Great job by Jordan Wilson to put a lot of pressure on Kyra Sandy. Couldn't quite find her teammate on the sideline. Ball floats out of bounds. That's a turnover, Big Blue. 3-point lead by Big Blue, 40-37, 5:06 remaining in the third period. Here's Wethington down to Wilson. Wilson into the lane. Shot is up and good. Jordan Wilson taking over the basketball game for the Lady Builders. That basket narrows the lead for Big Blue down to 1, 40-39, 5 minutes remaining in the third period. Free throw upcoming. Free throw is up and good. We're all knotted up at 40 here, folks. Third period, just under 5 minutes remaining. Big Blue and the Lady Builders tied 40 apiece. Here's Kara Sandy being guarded closely by Jordan Wilson. Ball trickles off the rim, but the rebound is taken by Big Blue. Nothing there, but the ball is tapped out of bounds by Washington. So possession will stay with Big Blue as we get a timeout. Timeout being taken by Big Blue. Coach Ryan Bailey wants to talk it over with his troops as they've seen their lead, their halftime lead, evaporate here quickly in the third quarter thanks to a heroic effort being put on by Jordan Wilson. Coming into tonight's ball game, Jordan Wilson is the leading scorer for the Lady Builders at 18.7 points per game. But she needs help. At some point in time, she may start to feel a little bit of fatigue in this basketball game, but she's going to have to get some help. So far, a lot of her help tonight has come from the second leading scorer on the floor, and that is Washington, who's been running the point for the Lady Builders. As we watch both teams come back onto the floor, ball will belong right now to Big Blue as they inbound underneath their own basket. As the inbound goes to Lindsay Hatfield, uncontested layup underneath the basket. Don't want to give that up off of a timeout if you're the Lady Builders. So the Lady Builders currently trail right now by a score of 42-40, 6:25 remaining. Here's Wethington with the basketball. Wethington drives, puts her shoulder down, and that's going to be an offensive foul call on Wethington. Tough to give the basketball up right underneath your own basket, but as it goes, that's a turnover on the foul for the Lady Builders. As substitutions enter to the ball game, Elizabeth Doty comes in for Big Blue. Brittany Jones onto the floor for Wethington for the Lady Builders. Here's Doty. Doty guarded closely by Jones. Feed into Toller, back out to Doty. Thought about the three-point shot, but she traveled. And that's going to be a turnover. That's going to be a turnover for the Lady Blues, who currently lead by one basket, 42-40, 4:05 remaining here in the third period. Here's Washington. And they give the ball right back as Washington commits her own traveling violation. Big Blue takes over. Here's Dowdy with the basketball. She gives off to Hatfield, who sets the offense. Man-to-man defense by the Builders. Feed into Toller. Toller loses it out of bounds, and that's another turnover. So the story of the third period for both teams, a lot of turnovers. More so, turnovers have hurt Big Blue more than they've hurt the Lady Builders, as the lead has dwindled all the way down to 2. Here's Washington with the basketball. Doty. Here's Brittany Jones. Back out to Jones. Here's Wilson, who's just taken over here in the third quarter, but was unable to get a basket. Rebound to Toller. Here's Dowdy. Three-point basket. No good. Here's Washington on the attack. Washington looks. Thought about pulling it out to set the offense back up, but instead takes an ill-advised shot. An air ball. Here's Dowdy. Guarded closely by Brittany Jones. Dowdy. Kick out. Nice job of getting to the basket. Unable to finish, but the rebound taken by Toller. Toller went back up for the shot, but was fouled on the play. That foul was on Anastasia Tunis. That's her third personal foul, and that's the team's fourth as Holly Toller steps to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good. 43-40, Big Blue, 2:41 remaining. Tight ball game. And the second free throw by Toller is good. May want to think twice about fouling Toller down the stretch. She's a very good free throw shooter, as she's put on a show here tonight from the free throw line. I believe she's only missed one free throw as we get a timeout. Timeout being taken by the Lady Builders. That timeout by the Lady Builders is a full timeout. We're into a full timeout here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. And like I said earlier, the name of the game tonight has been turnovers. Both teams very careless with the basketball here in the third period, more so for the Lady Blues, where those turnovers have turned into points for the Lady Builders, and that's exactly what Coach Nicole Jackson wants to see. We've seen turnover after turnover happen for Big Blue. We've watched their lead dwindle all the way down now to 4 points. 2:33 remaining here in the third period. The score is 44-40, Big Blue, as the horn just went off for both teams to make their way back onto the court. So we're going to see how things turn out here. Let's see what Coach Jackson has schemed up for her team to get themselves back into this basketball game, only down by 4 here in the third period. As Jones looks, triggers the ball in. Here's Washington. Tries to dump it down low with a pass to Anastasia Tunis, but the pass was intercepted and went out of bounds. Not sure if a foul was called. It wasn't. So possession will remain with the Lady Builders. Here's Aquasia Jones set to trigger. Ball is into Washington. Washington back over to Jones. Three-point shot blocked. And here's Big Blue on the attack. With Madison Wilcox with the basketball. Looks, finds Kara Sandy, but they get the ball back out to Dowdy, who resets the offense. I'm sorry, not Dowdy, that's Hatfield. Here's Sandy. Loses the ball, but she travels, and that's another turnover for Big Blue. Again, turnovers for Big Blue have been the story here in the third period, as those turnovers have turned into points for the Lady Builders as Washington surveys. Pulls up, shot no good, rebound cleared, Big Blue. 137 remaining in the third period. 44-40 our score. And there's another turnover. Jordan Wilson with the basketball all the way, but on her shot attempt, she's fouled. Madison Wilcox with the foul. That's only her second personal foul, and that's the team's 5th. So here's Jordan Wilson at the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Builders, trailing 44-40. Wilson's free throw is up and good. 44-41 our score as Wellington makes her way back into the lineup. For the Lady Builders, Wilson, one more foul shot. Free throw is no good. Rebound cleared by Big Blue. Here's Dowdy. Dowdy guarded by Brittany Jones. Hand off to Hatfield. But there was a reach-in foul first by Washington. That is her second personal foul and the team's 5th. So at the free throw line, shooting the double bonus now for Big Blue, number 12, Lauren Hatfield. 1:11 remaining here in the third period. Lady Builders trail by 3. The free throw is good. Makes our score now 45-41. Big Blue. Bluefield College, located in West Virginia. It's about 5.5 hours here from Newport News, as the rebound is cleared by Wellington over to Jordan, who break the full court press. Here's Jones. Jones, shot blocked by Toller. Big Blue with the rebound. Here's Dowdy. But there was a reach-in foul on Brittany Jones. Oh, correction, there was no foul. Brittany Jones poked the ball out of bounds, so possession stays with Big Blue. 51 seconds remaining here in the third period. 45-41 is our score. Here's Dowdy. Dowdy guarded by Jones. Dowdy working off of a screen. Kick out for 3, nothing doing. Air ball by Big Blue. Here's Wilson out to Washington. 31.8 seconds remaining as Washington sets up the offense. No shot clock on this end. Here's Jones, but there's a turnover as the ball goes off of her foot to Dowdy. Dowdy tries to push it ahead, but Washington able to intercept the pass. 13 seconds remaining. Here's Washington. Shot is up and good. 45-44 as the last few seconds of the third period tick away. Wild shot thrown up by Sandy, and that's how the third period is going to end. Awesome job there by the Lady Builders in that third period to get themselves back into the ball game. Only down by 2 as we prepare for an exciting finish to this basketball game here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. 45-43 is our score. Big Blue is in control, but only by 1 basket, narrow margin right now. Coach Jackson has her troops on the bench, getting them ready for this final push. Can the Lady Builders pull this basketball game out? There's a very good chance. They're right there on the doorstep of getting this victory. If they do get this victory, this will only be the 2nd victory of the season for Coach Nicole Jackson here in her first season at the Apprentice School. Leading scorer, Jordan Wilson, has played admirably. She's taken this team on her shoulders and has done everything she can to get these ladies back into the basketball game. As we look at some of the third quarter stats, Alexis Tucker leads scorers for the Big Blue right now. She has 13 points. For the Lady Builders, Jordan Wilson leads all scorers easily by 20, eclipsing her season average of 18.7 points per game, but she's going to need a little bit more help. She's getting a little bit more help again from Latrice Washington, 8 total points so far in the basketball game. So if we can continue to feed the ball to Jordan Wilson, get her a few screens here and there, get it to the basket, maybe, just maybe, the Lady Builders can get out of here today with their 2nd win, but we're about to find out here as we get ready to start the 4th period. Here's Tucker with the ball. Toller. Dribble drive to the hoop. Spins, puts up a shot. Able to get her own rebound and put it back for 2. 47-44. 9:41 remaining in the ball game. The Lady Builders are right there. Here's Jones with the basketball. Jones being guarded by Hatfield. Over to Washington. Washington shoots and scores. 47-45. Big Blue in control. Here's Tucker, guarded closely by Washington. Man-to-man defense. Nice screen set that time by Big Blue. Here's Wilcox. That was a foul call. That foul call was on number 13, Washington. That is Washington's 3rd personal foul. That's the team's 1st of the 4th quarter. With the basketball, Big Blue, shot by Toller, blocked, but once again able to get her own rebound and put it back in. And that pushes the lead back up to 4, 49-45 as Wethington shot blocked, but they call a jump ball, so the possession arrow is in favor of the Lady Builders, so ball stays on this end of the court. No shot clock on this end of the court. 24 seconds, feed into Wilson. Wilson spins. Nothing doing on the layup. Scramble for the ball. Here's Wethington. Plenty of time left on the shot clock. Wild shot by Wethington. Nothing doing, but she gets her own rebound. 3-point shot is up and good. 49-48 is our score. Big Blue still leading by 1. Here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center, here's Tucker, guarded by Washington off a screen. Toller down low, pivot foot moved, and they call the traveling. Holly Toller with the traveling call. Good job by the officials to see that. I saw it, and I'm not an official. Here's Wethington with the basketball. Man-to-man defense by Big Blue. Weathington with the shot, follows her own shot, tries to track it down, but not able to get it before it goes out of bounds. So the ball goes over to Big Blue, who still lead by a slim margin, 49-48. Second-year coach, Nicole Jackson, trying to get her girls pumped up for this last 7:43 remaining in this ball game. As here's Sandy with the basketball. Tries to feed Wilcox, but she's fouled. That foul call is going to go on Aquasia Jones. That's her third personal foul and the team's second. So no shots. Washington guarding Tucker. Tucker pulls it out. Tucker looking down low to Toller. Waited just a little too late to try to get the entry pass into Toller. Ball was kicked by Wilson. Big Blue to enter just right in front of their own bench, leading by a score of 49-48. Here's Sandy, guarded closely by Wilson. Wilson trying to find somebody, anybody to give the basketball to. And at the last second, find Hatfield, who gets it into Toller. Toller able to get a shot off. Mad scramble under the basket. Toller, another shot. Toller on rebound, and another putback for Toller. My goodness. Padding her offensive rebound stats is Toller. Here's Washington for the Builders. Washington needs help. Off a screen to Wilson, thought about the three. Here's Jones. Jones over to Tunis, nothing doing. Big Blue clears, leading 51-48, 6:32 remaining. Here's Toller. Toller with the three-point shot. If that had gone down, I was going home. Here's Wilson on the attack. Shot blocked by Toller, but Toller foul. For Toller, that is her third personal foul. And that's the first team foul for Big Blue as Jordan Wilson steps to the line. She already has 20 points in the ball game as she misses the first free throw. Lady Builders shooting 75% in the second half from the free throw line as the second free throw by Wilson is up and good. 51-49 is our score. Big Blue up by a bucket. 6:13 remaining. Here's Tucker guarded by Washington. Washington, screen, switch onto Weddington. Here's Laura Hatfield, but Lauren Hatfield with the travel. Another turnover for Big Blue as we see Kyla Webb make her way back onto the floor for Toller. Now, as we saw in the third period with Big Blue, turnovers was the name of the game. And that enabled the Lady Builders to get back into the ball game as the feed down low. Actually, I'm screened off by the official. Couldn't see who put the shot up, but it was a miss, and the rebound is cleared by Tucker, guarded by Washington. Lady Builders in the man-to-man defense. Tucker looking for the screen. Weddington on the switch. Here's Webb, Euro step, able to get around her defender, but not able to finish. Here's Sandy, shot is up, good, count the basket. That foul call was on Latrice Washington. That is Latrice Washington's fourth personal foul, and that's the team's third. As Kara Sandy steps to the line, substitutions on for the Lady Builders and for Big Blue. Sabree Clegg on for the Lady Builders. And the Sandy free throw is up and good. 54-49 is our score. 5:17 remaining in the ball game. Here's Wethington. Guarded closely by Tucker. Wethington off the dribble. Basket is good. Nice job on the drive to the basket by Wethington. That narrows the score, 53-54. Here's Sandy. Sandy guarded by Wilson. Wilson over to Webb. Webb's shot is good. Over the defensive Clegg. 56-51 is our score. Here's Washington with the basketball. Three-point shot. Actually, it was tipped. That was Sandy on the defense, who actually tipped the basketball on the three-point shot. So here's Hatfield with the ball over to Wilcox. Wilcox able to lose Jones on defense for the easy layup, and the lead is now bulged back to 7 as we have a player control foul. Offensive foul call on Equasia Jones. That is her 4th personal foul, and the team's 4th as we get a timeout. Timeout being taken by Coach Nicole Jackson as she sees a once promising effort to get the Lady Builders back into the ball game, once down by 2, but now find themselves back down by 7, 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. 58-51 is our score. The opportunity to take this game is still there. A lot of time remaining, a lot of basketball still remaining, but the Lady Builders have to play smart here down the stretch. 4:15 remaining. Now, if this thing bulges to a 10-point lead under 5 minutes, that's going to make it tough on this team to be able to come back in this ball game. But a lot of time left, a lot of timeout still left. Can the Lady Builders continue to force miscues by the Big Blue? We're about to find out. Tucker to Hatfield. Ball back to Tucker as she crosses midcourt. Washington on defense. Tries to feed into Hatfield, but is poked out of bounds by Clegg. 5:04 remaining, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Webb. Webb, feed down low. Layup in and out for Big Blue. Here's Wilson. Foul in the backcourt on Hatfield. No shots. That is Hatfield's 2nd personal foul and the team's 2nd, so ball will be inbound on the backcourt. As Coach Bailey makes a substitution, Elizabeth Dowdy onto the floor for Alexis Tucker for Big Blue. In the backcourt with the ball, here's Jones. Jones off a screen. Looks, fires, nothing but air. Rebound taken by Big Blue as Coach Bailey yells for his team to slow the pace down. 3:37 remaining. Big Blue up 58-51. Wild shot that time by Hatfield. Will take it. On the press, here's Wethington. Shot blocked by Webb. Big Blue controls. Here's Dowdy, guarded by Washington. Gets a step. Here's Wilcox. A shade over 3 minutes remaining. Count the basket and the foul. My goodness. Madison Wilcox with the shot. As substitutions make their way onto the floor for the Lady Builders, Anastasia Tunis makes her way into the ball game, along with Taylor McClayson, and at the line to shoot 1 is Wilcox. 60-51, Big Blue over the Lady Builders. 3 minutes remaining here in the 4th period as the free throw is up and good, and Ryan Bailey takes a timeout. Timeout being taken by the visiting Big Blue, who consequently got their nickname from their head coach, who was actually able to lead their football team to their one and only national championship, and Big Blue was just the nickname that he was called. So I guess out of admiration for the coach taking their team to their one and only national championship, they decided to name the mascot after the nickname of the head coach at Bluefield College in West Virginia. But right now, Bluefield is in control. 61-51 is our score. I warned you guys about allowing this lead to balloon to 10, because normally in college basketball, if you want to have a realistic shot at winning a ball game, you want to have that lead down or around or under 10 points at the 5-minute mark. And right now, we're at the 3-minute mark, and the Lady Builders are down by 10. So got to make the best of these possessions and timeouts if you're the Lady Builders, but you don't have a lot of time to waste. Here's Wethington with the basketball, but they have to go. Jordan down on the blocks, shoots, basket is up and good. 2:40 remaining, lead is 8, 61-53. Big Blue in control. Here's Hatfield. You don't want them to convert here. If you do, you're going to have to start playing the foul game if you're the Lady Builders. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound taken and fought for by Big Blue. Here's Wilcox, but she's stripped by Wilson. And I think Wilson may have hurt herself. She does come away from that possession grimacing. As Wilson takes herself out of the ball game. Really hate to see that down the stretch. You want your best scorer on the floor at this point in the ball game, but Aquasia Jones comes in for her. Here's Sandy, shot no good. Washington with the rebound. But we have to score and score quickly. Clock still running. As the shot is up and good by Aquasia Jones. 1:55 remaining in the ball game. We're going to have to start fouling here soon to try to see if this game can be extended. Here's Washington on Tucker. 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock right now. Big Blue just wants to run clock. Feed down low to Webb, who's stripped. Ball is taken by Jones. Jones on the press. Reach in by Webb. Ball poked away. We're going to have to start fouling here soon to try to create more possessions down the stretch. Webb shot up, no good. Here's Wethington, who has Washington on the wing, but Wethington, offensive foul call. You can see Coach Jackson screaming to give the basketball up, but unfortunately, there's a player control foul call on the Lady Builders. 1:18 remaining. We're going to have to start fouling real soon as we're about to go under 1 minute remaining in tonight's ball game. Here's Tucker with Washington defending. We're going to have to create some pressure on the basketball to try to see if we can create a turnover, because right now they just want to run clock, which is exactly what they're going to do. Washington still not fouling. Still no foul by the Lady Builders. Kick into the wing to Sandy. 3-point shot, no good. Call. Scramble on the floor for the basketball. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession stays, or goes over that, to correct myself, over to the Lady Builders. As Toller enters into the ball game, Webb comes out, but there's a timeout. Timeout being taken here by the Lady Builders. Score right now, 61-55, 43.1 seconds remaining in the ball game. Lady Builders with an opportunity, down by 9. Lead, not insurmountable, not nowadays with the 3-point line out there. So it's going to be up to Coach Jackson to draw up a play where they can score quickly. And after they score, they're going to have to start fouling to see if they can make this a free throw type game where they can actually extend the game, turn this 43 seconds into more like a minute 15 for the Lady Builders, and hopefully be able to put together enough baskets to not only be able to tie this game, but to be able to take the lead late. But Big Blue has played very well down the stretch. In spite of a turnover-plagued third period, they've been able to maintain this slim lead and push it out to 9 points here late in the quarter. Both teams slowly make their way back into the ball game. Here's Tunis into Washington. Washington saves time by letting the ball cross midcourt on its own. Squared to take a three, but it just wasn't there. This three, no good, but the rebound taken by the Lady Builders. 2-point shot up and no good, but Big Blue clears. 26 seconds remaining. Ball over midcourt. Lady Builders aren't fouling. Even though they're down by 9, still no foul. Here's Sandy with the basketball, not looking to score, just want to run the clock out as we're down under 10 seconds. 7, 6, Sandy over to Wilcox. Wilcox holds, over to Tucker, 2, 1. And that's the way it ends here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Final score 64-55 as Big Blue from Bluefield College hangs on to take their 4th win of the season from the Apprentice School Lady Builders here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Both teams played hard, but only one victor can come away with the spoils. And tonight, that's going to be Big Blue. As we get set to get ourselves prepared for the men's game, which is game number 2 of tonight's doubleheader here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center, we're going to take one final look back to see the box score to see exactly how this game played out down the stretch. But you have to take your hats off to the Lady Builders. They played hard, just wasn't able to make the plays down the stretch to pull out the win. Congratulations to Coach Ryan Bailey. His Lady Big Blue was actually able to come into the Apprentice School and pull out a victory, a narrow victory here, but a victory nonetheless, pushing their record to 4-5. The Lady Builders fall to 1-6.
My name is Letitia McCain. I am Director of Education of the Apprentice School. And I think the most fun part of it all is building a relationship with the students.
You know, the opportunity we can offer here at the Apprentice School is a very unique one. To prospective student athletes is just, it's one of a kind.
My favorite part about being an apprentice is getting to work with my hands and playing football. And since I came in the yard, I've matured a lot, coming in straight out of high school, and I'm able to work better with others.
Oh man, it's a great experience. I mean, you're doing what you love, you're learning a great trade that you can use anywhere. It's just a great experience, best experience I ever had.
I loved it because it taught me time management, it taught me patience. I was one of those ones that did everything last minute, so it taught me how to go to work, get time for resting, get time for homework and school, and stay on top of things. My favorite thing about being an apprentice has to be the numerous opportunities that you get. As long as you show initiative, determination, and you dedicate yourself, there's no door that can't be opened.
It's not your traditional four-year college scholarship type athlete. Just hearing about the women actually getting out and working every day told me a lot about their character to even sign up and be committed to a program like this. So the challenge, I think, just knowing that these women can do both, it was inspiring.
Wrestling is one of those sports where it takes serious dedication to be really good at. And just like every other apprentice, they're going to school and they're going to work all day. They're working on nuclear aircraft carriers and submarines and being a full-time athlete.
I didn't know what to think. I was blindsided. Got to grow up a little fast, but I made it work. Been here 10 years now. And yeah, tuition free, simple. It's as simple as that.
Most recent grads that are graduating high school, their first year at college or typical university, they're sleeping in sometimes in the mornings. Our guys and young ladies are out beating on steel at 5:30 in the morning sometimes.
It's completely different. You really see how responsible you have to be to get up every morning and get to work, and how much people really rely on you.
This is not for somebody that's soft. It's something that it's very rewarding when you get through it. It's a long day. You're up at 5 or so. You may go to school all day. You may work all day, practice afterwards, get home, clean up, eat, do your homework, and get to bed and get ready to do it again the next day. So it's a sacrifice and it's a commitment.
I'd say my proudest moment really is just being able to have this opportunity and do it all. I mean, I got the schooling paid for and made it through that, and being able to do something that I'm really interested in.
But playing baseball is awesome through the apprentice school, because it definitely just opens more doors to move up in the company. You can't have much more fun playing baseball.
Probably is the best decision that you could make coming out of high school. You're going to be able to pay your own bills, start your own career, and also at the same time, you could get your education for free. So it's really a no-brainer.
I was recruited right out of high school. Had a defensive coordinator come to my school and say, hey man, you're not going to have any student debt when you finish up. You're going to get to play football and work with your hands every day. I said, sign me up right then and there. Greatest experience of my life thus far.
You got to have some guts. You got to be hard-nosed to be able to survive this place, this culture, this atmosphere. So what we do is we come in, we tell our guys there are no excuses. We want guys that are smart, that are going to be able to come in here and get the classwork done. That's first and foremost. But secondly, we want hard-nosed guys that really love the game of football. You know, they can't wait to get over to football practice, and they love to compete. And we play a fast, high-paced, exciting brand of football, so that's something they can look forward to every day. With the way we're trending and the way our program is recruiting, I can tell you that we're going to be moving into some spaces that Apprentice football has never been before, and I'm excited about it.
It's a great opportunity to be able to come to the Apprentice School, not only play the sport, but also be able to have a career out of it as well, too.
I believe the proudest moment I've had is to see all of our players, walk that stage. I challenge each one of them to become a superintendent as a minimum, and several of them are going through the ranks making supervision, so I'm real proud of that. That's probably more than any of them shooting 69 or 70 in my opinion.
It's a big deal when they come here that they're building nuclear-powered submarines and aircraft carriers for the U.S. Navy, and basketball is just the fun part. But what our apprentices do on a day in and day out basis is protecting our security at home, so it's something that they're going to be able to really take pride in for the rest of their lives.
We play a huge part in the safety of our country, being a contractor of the United States Navy, and it's just an opportunity that we can offer that no one else in America can. So it's really unique here and really awesome.
The opportunity of the Apprentice School should be known to a lot of individuals, because it gives students an opportunity to come in and not only learn a trade, but also you get a chance to be an athlete as well. So to be able to get job skills, on-the-job training, as well as interact and be in a world-class company, I mean, what more can an individual ask for?
I'm Michael Allen. I'm the Director of Athletics here at the Apprentice School, and I am a builder.
My name is Brian Cave, and I am a builder.
My name is Nicole Jackson, and I am a builder.
My name is Ben Jones, and I am a builder.
I'm Joey Maben, and I am a builder.
My name is Zach Johnson, and I am a builder.
My name is BJ Maben, and I'm a builder.
My name is Quanisha Bruce, and I am a builder.
My name is Evan Key, and I am a builder.
My name is Mike Amrazovich, and I am a builder.
My name is John Davis, and I'm a builder.
My name is Austin Saylor, and I'm a builder.
My name is Marky Chevres, and I am a builder.
My name is Lou Picola, and I'm a builder.
I'm Brent Joyner, and I'm a builder.
I'm a builder.
I am a builder.
I am a builder.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Apprentice School Athletic Center, where we just wrapped up game number 1 of tonight's doubleheader here at the Apprentice School, where we just saw the ladies team for the Builders just fall by a score of 63-55. And right now we're going through starting lineups for the men's teams as both teams come in tonight. One team on a good winning streak, the other one team not so good. The visiting Big Blue from Bluefield College in West Virginia comes into tonight's game on a current 2-game losing streak, having lost their previous matchup to Winston-Salem by a score of 74-62. Coach Derek Price comes in as a first-year head coach with a pretty good ball team. Right now their record sits at about 3-5. They're averaging right now about 76.3 points per game. Field goal percentage right around 48.8%. From three-point stripe, they're shooting about 33.7%. And as far as free throws go, not a bad clip of 68.3%. But on the other side of the court, our Apprentice School Builders coming to tonight's ball game with a 5-2 mark, representing the EMAC, that is the Eastern Metro Athletic Conference, having just come off a big victory over Southern Virginia by a score of 80-63. Coming into tonight's ball game, the Builders are averaging somewhere around about 83.7 points per game, field goal percentage sitting somewhere around about 43%. Not shooting very well from the three-point stripe, just under 30%, and our free throw percentage, something we need to work on in practice, folks, sitting somewhere around 60%. Leading scorer Marion Moore is going to try to lead the Builders over the visiting Big Blue of, I believe it's Bluefield College, if I remember, out of West Virginia. So sit back, relax, and get ready for another great basketball game as the home Builders get set to tip it off here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Both teams make their way to center court. Ready to tip for the Builders, number 23, Marion Moore, and for Big Blue, number 14, Joseph Adebayomo. The referees for tonight's basketball game are Reginald Kane, Eric Brinkner, and Jansen Green. As the Builders win the opening tip, here's Corey Joyner. Behind the three-point line, here's Bryant Fuller. Fuller back over to Joyner. From three-point range, no good. Basketball corralled by Greg Purnell as Big Blue pushes. Purnell over to Joyner. Purnell over to Henry. Henry back to Purnell. This is Corey Williams, their leading scorer, who they're going to have to keep an eye on tonight, as Brandon Inyamwo feeds inside. Basket is contested. Loose ball comes down to the Builders. Here's Moore. Moore over to Fuller. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound cleared by Joyner. Joyner being defended at the top of the circle by Corey Williams. As each coach barks out instructions through their offense and their defense, here's Joyner. Joyner over to Fuller. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound cleared by Greg Purnell. Deep in the corner, that was Inyawu. Rebound taken, put back, no good. Rebound cleared by Sam Morris. I was calling Morris. Moore, feed inside into the low post. Nice job that time by Joyner. Drew Walton with the finish. Builders up by 2. 18-16 remaining here in the first half. Here's Corey Williams, guarded by Joyner. Williams misses. Joyner clears the rebound. He pushes. Shot up and good. Corey Joyner. 4-0 is our score. Builders over Big Blue. 17:52 remaining. Shot clock with 23 seconds. Here's Henry with the basketball. Guarded closely by Morris. Here's Joyner. Feed inside. Basket up and good by number 14, Joseph Adeyamo. Joyner being guarded, full court press, able to break the press to get it down low. Shot up, foul call. That was Marion Moore. 2-shot foul coming. That foul was on number 5, Tayon Henry. That is his first personal foul, and at the line to shoot 2, Marion Moore. First free throw is up and good. Marion Moore recently named the USCAA Men's Division I Basketball Player of the Week for his 3-game stretch where he totaled 37 points and averaged about 7 rebounds. As a putback on the missed free throw was good by Drew Walton, who himself was also named USCAA Men's Division I Basketball Player of the Week for his efforts against Warren Wilson. A win, by the way. He was able to put up 20 points and 8 rebounds. And that's going to be an offensive foul call. That call goes against Big Blue as we have substitutions into the ball game for the Builders. Brendan Joyner makes his way onto the basketball court. As a long pass is intercepted by Big Blue. Spill right there in the backcourt by Adeyemo, but he's okay. And we have I thought it was a foul, but the ball was actually poked out of bounds. So possession stays with Big Blue. Big Blue down right now 7-2 to our home Builders here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. 2-3 zone by the Builders. Here's Corey Williams on the feed to Henry. Henry dropped down low to Inyawu. Back out to Henry. Henry resets over to Williams with Joyner on the defense. Greg Purnell puts it up and in for 2. 7-4 our score. 16:06 remaining in the first half of tonight's ball game. Builders in control. Here's Joyner. Williams on defense. 15 seconds left on the shot clock as Joyner works. Here's Moore, who traveled. That's Drew Walton. Correction, that was Marion Moore. Marion Moore, feet got a little bit too happy. Up near the free throw line, traveled, turnover. Here's Big Blue in the backcourt with Williams. Joyner defending. Williams off the screen. Shot up, no good. Here's Joyner. Joyner pushes. Looks, ball back to Joyner, feed down low, nice feed down low, back to Joyner, can't find anyone, and the ball is turned over. Here's Williams pushing it up court. Adeyemo with the finish for Big Blue, and they narrow the Builder lead down to 1, 7-6, 15:03 remaining in the first half, shot clock at 20. Here's Joyner. That's Barrett. Long 3-point try, no good. Purnell clears for Big Blue as they run. Here's Williams, their leading scorer. Still no points on the board as this jumper is missed. Here's Barrett. Barrett looking, can't find anyone, pulls up a 3. Shot no good. But the ball goes out of bounds off of a Big Blue player. As we have substitutions, Bryant Fuller into the ball game. Out of the corner, long 3-point try, no good. But the pass is intercepted in the backcourt that time by the Builders as they go back on the offense. Here's Barrett with the basketball, looking. Off of a screen. The give. 3-point shot, no good. Once again, Big Blue clears. Here's Corey Williams. Williams skip pass. 3-point basket, no good. Once again, here's Barrett. Barrett on the press. The give. Bryce. Bryce got onto the floor for the Builders. Here's Barrett. Barrett looking. Shot clock under 10. Long shot, no good that time by Joyner. Here's Henry. Henry down to Adiemo. Back out to Williams. As the offense resets, here's Joyner on the defense. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Foul call. That foul goes against Brandon Joyner. That's going to be his first personal foul, and the team's first as wholesale substitutions make their way onto the floor. Joyner and Morris into the ball game for the Builders. 13-11 remaining in the first half. Builders leading by a score of 7-6. Williams will trigger from the baseline underneath their own basket. Able to get it out to Brown, who recently checked into the ball game. Here's Brown for three. No good. Rebound taken by Big Blue. Another three, and this is Corey Williams. And his three-point shot is good, and that pushes Big Blue into the lead by a score of 9-7 over the Builders. 12:50 remaining in the first half. Scott, Joyner, Morris, Dalton, and Fuller on the floor for the Builders. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morris. Shot is no good. Block. Big Blue. As the ball is turned over in the backcourt, in the front court that time by Big Blue. But an errant pass is almost picked off by Big Blue, but the Builders able to secure. Marcus Neal makes his way into the ball game for Big Blue. Marion Moore back onto the floor for the Builders. Moore triggers to Walton. Here's Joyner. Here's Fuller all the way to the basket. Layup is good. And that ties the score at 9 with 12:02 remaining in the first half as Big Blue quickly gets it into the front court. Three-point shot up and no good. Here's Barrett. Barrett all alone down court. Layup is up and good. Great job on the outlet to Barrett. 11-9 is our score. 11:42 remaining. First half. Here's Big Blue. Marcus Neal over to Tony Hood. Step back three, no good. Rebound taken by Joyner on the offense. Nice entry pass that time, but a player control foul call against the Builders. That's Drew Walton. That's his first personal foul and the team's second. The Builders are led by Evan Key, who's in his second year here at the Apprentice School. Doing some fine things with the program. A lot of fine things happening right now here on the campus of the Apprentice School. We'll talk about those a little bit later as a three-point shot is missed. Loose ball corralled by the Builders. Here's Barrett. Shot no good. No foul call on the play either, as the pass is tipped by the Builders. Big Blue resets the offense. Here's Neal with the basketball, guarded by Joyner. Morris with the flush. That knocks the score back at 11 apiece. 10:35 remaining in the first half. Here's Joyner with the basketball, guarded by Neal. Long three-point shot, no good. Rebound corralled by Drew Walton. Skip pass over. Here's Joyner. Three-point shot is up and good. 14-11 is our score. 10-12 remaining in the first half. Here's Neal. Neal on the drive all the way to the basket. I have to give it to him. Nice job by Neal to use his speed to get to the basket. Fuller with the basketball. Back out to Joyner. Walton at the top of the key, looking a little winded. Still in the basketball game with the ball. Pass out to Morris. Morris. Back over to Joyner. Joyner. Shot clock down to 6. Shot is up and good. Shot is up and good by Marion Morris, player of the week. As here's Neal. Ball goes almost all the way down to the basket, pops right back out, but will take it. Here's Joyner over to Morris. Shot is up, no good. Rebound taken, Big Blue. Morris defending. Screen. Three-point shot is up and good. Looked like his foot was on the line. The referees are going to give it to him nonetheless. So the score sits at 16 apiece. 9:02 remaining in the first half. A lot of energy tonight from both teams. That's really great to see. That makes for a really great basketball game as we see more fans starting to trickle in to the Apprentice School Athletic Center. And as we have a foul call, Marion Moore making his way to the basket. As we take a look right now, back here at me, right now score 16 apiece, 8:48 remaining in the basketball game. Right now, here's Marion Moore at the line, shooting 2. First free throw is up and good, so the Apprentice School takes the lead now 17-16 here in the first half. As substitutions make their way onto the floor, Caleb Molesky makes his way into the ball game. And the second Marion Moore free throw is up and good, so 18-16 is our score. 8:45 remaining. Here's Corey Williams with the basketball, back out to Neal. Feed down low. Shot is up and good that time. That's Matt Jackson. 18-18 is our score. Here's Corey Joyner with the basketball for the Builders. Joyner over to Moore. Moore over to Fuller. Fuller looks back out to Barrett. I'm sorry, that's not Barrett. I take that back. That's actually Joyner. But there was a foul call on the floor. That foul call was on Marcus Neal. That's his first, and that's the team's third total team foul. As Joyner triggers on the baseline. Joyner. Correction, that was Barrett into Joyner. Joyner up and good. Beautiful dribble drive on the baseline by by Joyner to push the Builders out into the lead by a score of 20-18, 7:55 remaining in the first half. Dribble drive to the basket, foul call that time. That was Williams. That foul call is on Corey Joyner. That is his first personal foul in the team's third. So that puts Corey Williams at the line. Again, who comes into tonight's ball game as the leading scorer for Big Blue at 20 points per game. His first free throw is good. Miles Barrett checks back into the ball game for the Builders, along with Greg Purnell for Big Blue. Builders nursing a 1-point lead, 7:45 remaining in the first half. We're all knotted up at 20 after the Corey Williams free throw is good. Barrett in the backcourt handling the four-court press. Dish down low. One pass too many that time. Big Blue takes over after the missed shot. Here's Neal. Neal guarded by Joyner, but the three-point shot is up and good. This team is not that bad from the three-point strike. Only shooting about 34%, but that one looked good. Ball down low, shot is up, no good, but there was a foul. That was Joyner. That foul call is on Matt Jackson. And for Matt Jackson, that's his first personal foul. Correction, that's his second personal foul, and that's the fourth total team foul. As Brandon Joyner steps to the line to shoot 2 for the Builders. First free throw is up and good. Substitutions into the ball game. Drew Walton back onto the floor for the Builders. Second free throw up coming from Joyner. It's good as well. 22 is the score. Big Blue up over the Builders by 1, 7:05 remaining in the first half. Bryce Scott back onto the floor for the Builders. Big Blue able to handle the full court press. Here's Neal with the up and under. 3-point lead being enjoyed right now by Big Blue. As Big Blue puts on the full court press, Builders able to break it. Scott with the basketball, but gets careless and loses out of bounds. Possession goes over to Big Blue. As Henry checks into the ball game, but first we're going to have a timeout. Timeout being taken by the visiting Big Blue. As we are back here at courtside at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Right now, 6:41 remaining in the basketball game. Big Blue up by a score of 25-22. A lot of interesting things, like I said earlier, going on right now on the campus of the Apprentice School. As you all know, the school was founded back in 1919. So if you do the math, and I told there wouldn't be any math in this job, but if you do the math, that is actually 99 years of existence. So next year, the school will be celebrating its 100th year anniversary of being in existence from 1919 to 2019. So the school is abuzz with that, but they're also abuzz right now because the football team, led by their coach, John Davis, brought home the school's very first NCFA National Football Championship back to this school. So what a great time to win a national championship in football and to celebrate the 100-year existence of the school. Great things going on here at the campus. But tonight, the second great thing we want to have happen, the Builders to get a win here on their home court. Both teams make their way back onto the court. Nice crowd out here tonight to see these guys play. Love to see the support from the family and friends of these Builders, who are really a very unique group of basketball players, and we'll talk a little bit about that on the next break. But right now, they trail by a score of 25-22 as Corey Williams steps back for a 3 for Big Blue. He misses, but the rebound is taken by the Builders. Here's Scott over to Barrett. Barrett working off a screen to Moore. 17 seconds left on the shot clock, plenty of time. Step back shot is actually blocked partially, and here's Neal. Neal down court, misses. Rebound taken, but a foul call. That foul call is on the Builders. That's on Corey Joyner. That is his second personal foul, and that's the team's fourth total foul. As Bryant Fuller comes back onto the court for the Builders, still trailing 25-22 as the entry pass is poked away by the Builders and controlled by Joyner. Pass inside, intercepted, but Big Blue steps out of bounds. That's Marcus Neal. Possession stays with the Builders. As Abraham Eziagabu checks into the ball. I know. Yeah, I know. These last names for some of these guys are really difficult. I'm going to do my best, but yes, it's Abraham Eziagabu. Step through the lane, scoop, layup that time for Marion Moore. Nice looking player for the Builders as the Builders go back on defense. Here's Henry over to Neal, who's played very well. Pull-up three is good. 28-24 is our score. Big Blue over the Builders after that three-point shot by Neal. Barrett with the basketball, being defended by Corey Williams. Here's Joyner. Over to Scott. Back out to Barrett. 7-6 remains, 7 clock, 7. As you hear the countdown by the coaches, shot is up, no good. Rebound taken by Moore, but there's a steal. Here's Neal, who again can hit that shot. Didn't hit it that time, and we allow it to go out of bounds. Moore set to inbound as there's a substitution. As Brandon Inyawu, Brandon Inyawu enters the ball game for Big Blue. Here's Barrett with the ball over half court. Barrett off a screen from Scott. Works, looks, tries to find Morris, but can't get him. Big Blue on the fast break. Very hard to defend that as Henry goes up for the easy two and pushes the lead out to 30-24 over the Builders. Barrett over to Joyner as we get a timeout. Timeout being taken by Coach Key here with 4:04 remaining in the first half, and it's been a, actually this is a full timeout, and it's been a bit of a chore here scoring points for the Builders. Great defense so far being shown by Big Blue, but the Builders are right there, only down by 6 with 4 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Both teams shooting the ball decently well, but right now it's Big Blue that's shooting the best right now from three-point strike. Marcus Neal so far has hit a couple of threes right when the Builders are about to get back into this thing. He took a couple of threes to kind of extend that lead just a little bit. So right now, Coach Key wants to get his guys back to the sideline, get them settled down, and get everybody on the same page. Now, normally coming out of a timeout, there's a set play that gets run by the offense, one that the coach really feels can get his team some points. So confidence-wise, this needs to be a play that can get the Builders some points to get everybody back on the same page, get everyone settled down, because right now, guys are kind of flying all over the place. Things that need to settle back down and get back into the game plan to get back on top in this game. But right now, as we reset things, as guys make their way back onto the floor, 30-24, Big Blue over the Builders, 4:04 remaining in the first half. Moore into Morris. Over to Barrett. Barrett back out top to Joyner. 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here's Barrett. Kind of lost a handle on the basketball as he went up for a shot. Here's Big Blue. Big Blue. Here's Purnell. Purnell back out to Henry. Henry to Williams. Back to Henry, feed down low. Shot right there at the rim is Abraham Ezeagabu with the easy shot, 32-24. Shot taken by the Builders is no good. Mad scramble on the floor. Big Blue pokes it out. That's Joyner. Here's Barrett from 3. No good. Loose ball control by the Builders. Foul call. That was on Marion Moore. A lot of action going on right now by the Builders, but not a lot of scoring, as Abraham Ezeagabu commits the foul. That is his first and the team's 5th. So stepping to the line to shoot 2. For the home Builders, number 23, Marion Moore. Played hard, not a lot of points to show for it, unfortunately. As the first free throw is up and no good. Sam Morris back onto the floor. Brian Fuller takes a seat. 2:59 remaining in the first half. Big Blue enjoying an 8-point lead, 32-24. Second free throw upcoming. Second free throw is no good. Fruitless trip down court for the Builders. Let's see if they can get it back on defense. Three-point play, three-point shot up and no good. Abraham Eziagabu saves it under his own basket, but it goes to the Builders who are in the fast break. Here's Joyner. Joyner breaks the scoring drought for the Builders. 32-26 is the score. Big Blue in control. 2:26 remaining in the first half. Here's Williams. Shot is up and no good, but he was fouled. That foul call is going to go against Sam Morris. That's the 15th foul. Corey Williams stepping to the line to shoot two. Again, he comes into the ball game tonight as their leading scorer at 20 points a game. And the first free throw is good as substitutions make their way onto the playing surface. For the Builders, Corey Joyner back into the ball game as Barrett takes a seat. Second free throw is also good. 34-26. 8-point lead right now for Big Blue. 2:15 remaining in the first half as the Builders finally make it across midcourt. Here's Morris. Back over to Joyner. Joyner gets his instructions from Key as he works off a screen. Here's Marion Moore over to Corey Joyner. Oh my gosh. Shot goes all the way down the cylinder and pops right back out. So back on the offense is Henry, but there's a foul. That foul was on Sam Morris. That is his second personal foul. As Big Blue is set the inbound along the baseline. Williams. Here's Henry. Drop inside to Inyawu, who puts it up and in and pushes Big Blue's lead to 10 with about minute 25 remaining here in the first half as the ball is poked away from Joyner. And on the break, Williams drops it in the basket for two, and that pushes the lead here up to 12. A minute 13 remaining in the first half, and the dam is kind of broken just a little bit here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center as Big Blue has pushed their lead now out to a comfortable 12 points with a minute 13 remaining. And right now the crowd in this arena is silent, so it's going to be up to the home Builders to get something going to try to get everyone back into the ball game, because right now everyone is looking for something to be able to cheer about, and right now just the fans of Big Blue are getting it done. Minute 13 remaining, as you can see right there on the graphic. 12-point lead being enjoyed by Big Blue, who came into tonight's ball game actually on a bit of a losing streak. Losers of two straight, having last lost their visit to Winston-Salem, where they fell to Winston-Salem by a score of 74-62. But tonight is a brand new ball game for both teams, and that is going to be waved off as a traveling call against the Builders. That's going to be a turnover on Joyner. Ball goes back to Big Blue, up by 12 with less than 1 minute remaining in the first half. Sprint down court, nothing doing, and a blocking foul. Blocking foul called on the Builders on Drew Walton. So for Drew Walton, that's his second personal foul. Tayon Henry will step to the line for Big Blue with 50.7 seconds remaining here in the first half for one of two. First free throw is up and good, and that pushes this out to a 13-point bulge at 39-26. Corey Joyner currently leads all scorers for the Builders with 9 points, followed closely by Marion Morris with 7. Here in the backcourt right now on the full court press is Joyner as Barrett gets it over. I'm sorry, that's Joyner also gets it over. Looks, shoots, shot partially blocked, but there was a foul. So that stops the clock with 34.1 seconds as Antoine Callaway commits the foul. So stepping to the line to shoot 2 now for the home Builders is Corey Joyner. Corey Joyner's looking. First free throw is up and no good, so the score still remains at 40-26, 34.1 seconds remaining in the first half. Second free throw, still no good. So another fruitless trip down the court for the Builders, but they force a turnover as a traveling call gets called by Greg Purnell. 40-26, Big Blue over the Builders. 31.5 remaining, feed inside off the inbound to Moore, but nothing doing as the shot is up and the foul. So the foul is, the shot is good for Henry. Foul call is on Sam Morris, so that'll be his third personal foul, so he'll hit the bench with 25.5 remaining in the ball game. Bryce Scott will take his place for the remainder of the first half. 42-26 is the score. 16-point ball game, 16-point lead right now for Big Blue as the missed free throw rebound is corralled by the Builders as they push, but the ball is poked out of bounds by Corey Williams right into one of the fans. Marion Moore set the trigger. Throws into the backcourt to Joyner. Joyner works for the last 12 seconds of the first half. Down under 10 is as Joyner looks. Shot is blocked, and the final shot of the first half comes up short. And that'll bring an end to the first half with our score. The home Builders 26, Big Blue 42, after a feverish first half of action. For a while there, the Builders were able to hang in there, but a lot of missed shots and a lot of fouls down the stretch has now pushed this lead for Big Blue out to 16 points. So the Builders will go into the locker room, try and regroup, and just come out and try to chip away at this lead a little bit at a time. So Coach Key will have his guys ready to play in the second half, and we'll take a look at some second half stats, but stay tuned. We'll be back after a while, but first, take a look at this.
Here we go.
My name is Latika Kane. I'm director of the Apprentice School, and the most fun part of it all is building a relationship with the students.
You know, the opportunity we can offer here at the Apprentice School is a very unique one to prospective student athletes. It's one of a kind.
My favorite part about being an apprentice is getting to work with my hands and playing football. And since I came in the yard, I've matured a lot, coming in straight out of high school, and I'm able to work better with others.
Oh man, it's a great experience. I mean, you're doing what you love, you're learning a great trade that you can use anywhere. It's just a great experience, best experience I ever had.
I loved it because it taught me time management, to me patience. I was one of those ones that did everything. So it taught me how to go to work, get time for resting, get time for homework and school, and stay on things. My favorite thing about the numerous opportunities that you get is long initiative, determination, and you dedicate to no door that can't be opened.
It's not your traditional four-year college scholarship athlete. Just hearing about the women actually getting out and working every day told me and he couldn't like this. So the challenge, I think, just knowing that these women can.
Wrestling is one of those sports where it takes serious dedication at. Just like every other apprentice, they're going to school and they're going to work all day. They're working aircraft marine and being a flyman.
I didn't know what to think. Got to grow up a little fast, but I made it work. Been here 10 years now. And yeah, tuition free, simple. It's as simple as that.
Grads that are graduating high school, their first year at college or typical university, they're sleeping in sometimes in the mornings. Our guys beating on 5:30 in the morning sometimes.
Completely different. You really see how responsible to be to get up every morning and get to work, and how much people really rely on you.
This is not for somebody that's soft. It's something that it's very rewarding when you get through a long day. You're up at 5 or so. You may go to school all day. You may work all day. Work, home, clean up, eat, do your homework, bed, and get ready to do it again the next day. So it's a sacrifice.
I think my proudest moment really is just being able to do it all. I mean, I got the school paid for and maybe that, and being able to do something that I'm interested in.
But playing baseball is awesome through the Apprentice school because it definitely just opens more doors to move up and have fun playing.
Probably the best decision that you could make coming out of high school. You're going to be able to pay your own bills, start your own career. Also, you could get your education for free, so it's really a no-brainer.
I was at high school, had a defensive coordinator come to my school and say, hey man, you're not going to have any student debt when you finish up. You're going to get to play football and work your hands every day. I said, sign me up. Right then, and the greatest experience of my life thus far.
Guts. You got to be hard-nosed to be able to displace this culture, this atmosphere. So what we do is we come in, we tell our guys, we want guys that are smart, that are going to be able to come in and get that work done. That's first and foremost. But secondly, we want hard-nosed guys that really love the game of football. Guys that, they can't wait to get over the fact to compete. I pay around the football forward to every day. With the way we're trending and the way I program is recruiting, I can see that we're going to some spaces that football never been before, and I'm excited about it.
It's a great opportunity to be able to come to the Apprentice school, not only play the sport, but also be able to have a career out of it too.
I believe the proudest moment I've had is to see all of our players, walk that stage. I challenge each one of them to become a superintendent as a minimum, and several of them are going through the ranks making supervision, so I'm real proud of that. That's probably more than any of them shooting 69 or 70 in my opinion.
It's a big deal. When they come here, they're building nuclear-powered submarines and aircraft carriers for the U.S. Navy, and basketball is just the fun part. But what our apprentices do on a day-in and day-out basis is protecting our security at home, so it's something that they're going to be able to really take pride in for the rest of their lives.
We play a huge part in the safety of our country, being a contractor of the United States Navy, and it's just an opportunity that we can offer that no one else in America can, so it's really unique here and really awesome.
The opportunity of the Apprentice School should be known to a lot of individuals because it gives students an opportunity to come in and not only learn a trade, but also you get a chance to be an athlete as well. So to be able to get jobs here, on the job, and act and be in a world-class company, I mean, what more can an individual?
I'm Michael Allen. I'm the Director of Athletics here at the Apprentice School, and I am a
Cave, and I am a builder.
Jackson, and I am a builder.
My name is Ben Jones, and I am a builder.
I'm Joey May, and I am a builder.
My name is Zach Johnson, and I'm a builder.
My name, and I'm a builder.
My name is Quanisha Bruce, and I am a builder.
My name is Evan Kidd, and I'm a builder.
My name is Mike Amrazat, and I am a builder.
My name is Mulder.
My name is Austin Saylor, and I'm a builder.
My name is Marcus Chevrolet, and I am a builder.
My name is Cole, and I'm a builder.
Brandon Joyner, and I'm a builder.
I'm a builder.
I am a builder.
I am a builder.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Apprentice School Athletics Center. We're currently at the half of the second of tonight's doubleheader. As in the first game of our doubleheader, we saw the Apprentice School Lady Builders go down by a score of 63-55 to the Big Blue of Bluefield College. Now, here we are in the second game at the half. Right now, the score is 42-26. Bluefield with the lead over the Builders. And some halftime stats. The leading scorer right now for the Bluefield Big Blue is Marcus Neal, who currently has 12 points for Big Blue. Right now, as a team, Big Blue shooting 48% from the field, but from the free throw line, 6 of 7. That's really, really good. Shooting around 36.4%, which is right around their season average of about 33%. But for the Builders, 2 players right now sitting at 7 points. Corey Joyner, 7 points, and Marion Moore leads scorers also for the Builders at 7 points. Right now, shooting about 33% from the field. That's actually pretty bad. And from the free throw line, 50%, 5 of 10. So there's 5 points being left at the free throw line. So have to shore that up in the second half if the Builders are going to get back into this game right now, currently down by 16 to Big Blue. Great shot of the court as both teams make their way back out of the locker room, and Big Blue will get the ball first coming out of the locker room. And here we go. Here's Nyawu with the basketball over to Henry. Henry over to Williams. Being defended. Ball inside. Kick right off of the chest of Brandon Nyawu. Ball goes out of bounds. That's a turnover for Big Blue. We need as many of those as we can possibly get here for the next 19 minutes and 42 seconds of this basketball game, but the Builders are going to get back in it down by 16. Shot is up, no good. Shot taken by Fuller, but there's a foul in the backcourt. That foul in the backcourt is on number 23. That's Marion Moore. That'll go down as Marion Moore's first personal foul. Purnell inbounds to Williams. Joyner defending. Here's Nyawu. Back to Williams. Looking for a screen. Williams, off balance shot, but the rebound comes down. Taken by Big Blue, tipped around and secured by the Builders. Here's Joyner on the push. No one picks up Joyner all the way to the basket. Tip in is good for Moore, and he's fouled. That foul call is on Joseph Adeyemo. That'll be his first personal foul and the team's first. So at the line to complete the three-point play, here's Moore. Free throw is up and good. 42-29 our score. 18 minutes, 55 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's Henry. Nice job on the defense that time by Fuller. The push all the way down court by Corey Fuller. The shot is good. 42-31 as the ball is thrown out of bounds. Turnover. Turnover committed by Big Blue. 42-31 is our score. And substitutions won't be made just yet for Big Blue. As Fuller inbounds to Joyner. Joyner working off a screen from Moore. Deep in the corner, three is no good, rims out for Joyner. This three, no good by Big Blue, rebound taken by Fuller. Here's Joyner. Joyner guarded by Williams. Joyner in the corner. Three-point basket is good. Brendan Joyner out of the halftime locker room with a three. And just that quickly, 8 points have been shaved off the lead as an easy layup is given up by the Builder defense to Corey Williams. 44-34 is the score as the ball is poked away on the inside by Big Blue. And once again, Corey Williams streaking down court for an easy 2. Lead pushed up to 12 now, 46-34. Big Blue over the Builders. Builders working. Ball inside, bank shot is good. Fevered pace right now by Joyner and the Builders with 17-13 remaining in this basketball game. Shot clock under 20 for Big Blue. They lead 46-36, but there's a foul on the drive. That foul is on number 5. Corey Joyner, that's his 3rd personal foul. As changes come in for both the Builders. For both the Builders and for Big Blue. As Miles Barrett and Sam Morris make their way into the ball game for the Builders. Here's Neal, who had an offensive explosion in the first half, almost unguardable when he got the basketball. He's back with the basketball, and he picks up where he left off in the first half with a 3-point basket. Lead back up to 13 now for Big Blue as they come with a full court press. Beautiful job inside by Marion Moore to get the basket for the Builders. 49-38, 16.5 minutes remaining in this ball game. A lot of work to be done for the Builders as Neal works off the screen. Once again, unguardable here in this basketball game. Neal banks it in for 2. The Builders working across half court. Here's Morris. Spin move, shot up, no good. Rebound taken by Big Blue. Three-point basket is good by number 11, Robert Brown, and the lead is now up to 16. 54-38 is your score. Builders down, but working. Here's Marion, guarded closely by Big Blue. Skip pass over to Morris. Morris back up top to Barrett with less than 10 on the shot clock. Someone has to go. Long three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken by Big Blue, and they're running. Skip pass intercepted by the Builders. And they're back on the attack with Moore. And Marion Moore scores, trimming the lead to 14, 54-40. Big Blue, as the double team comes. No backcourt violation was called as Big Blue misses, and the rebound is taken by Drew Walton. Here's Marion Moore. Scoop layup is good. 54-42 is our score. 14:45 remaining in the ball game. Here's Tony Hood with the basketball as he gives to Marcus Neal. Neal over in the corner deep to Moreland. Nothing doing on the three-point play as the ball gets pushed down court. Layup is good. Marion Moore, leading scorer for the Builders, gets another basket. 54-44 is our ball game. Here's Neal. And he's fouled. Late whistle coming in on Bryant Fuller, but a whistle nonetheless for Bryant Fuller. I believe that is his first personal foul. And that's going to put Marcus Neal at the line to shoot 2. 14-13 remaining in the ball game. 54-44. Correction, he's going to shoot 3. And the first of 3 is good. Brandon Joyner makes his way onto the playing surface for the Builders as Sam Morris takes a seat, and I take that back. It won't be 3, it'll actually be 2 for Marcus Neal. He made the first, and the second is also good. Corey Williams makes his way into the ball game for Marcus Neal, and unfortunately for the bad guys, Marcus Neal is playing very, very well tonight. Marcus Neal currently has 13 points for Big Blue as Marion Moore makes his presence known with a nice 3 on the baseline. Lead down to 10, 56-46. A lot of energy on the court from the Builders. Great thing to see. But can we close the gap as a three-point shot is up and no good, but the rebound is corralled by Abraham Easy Ayagabu. And there's Easy Agabu with the putback. Lead back up to 12. Here are the Builders on the attack. What a frenetic pace. Yeah, if you're a basketball fan, you have to love the pace of this game. It's absolutely up and down. Guys flying all over the court. A lot of athleticism on display from both teams. You got to believe late in this game somebody's going to get fatigued. I hope it's not the Builders. Marion Morris at the line to shoot 2, currently down 12. First free throw is up and no good. So the score stays 58-46. Big Blue. Builders able to come out early, take control of the basketball game, and there's more. Second free throw, it goes in, but Big Blue were able to battle back, tie it at 7, took the lead at 9-7, and have not surrendered the lead since. Feed down low, ball poked out. Shot no good, rebound taken by Drew Walton, but the Builders get careless with the basketball and turn it over and give up the easy 2 on the putback to Tayan Henry. 12:43 remaining. 60-47 is our basketball score. Builders have to take good shots and take care of the basketball as Moore gives himself a better look at the basket, but isn't able to sink the shot. There's a foul on the play. That foul call is on Abraham Easy-Agabu. That is going to be his second personal foul, and that's the team's first. But first, we're going to get a timeout. Timeout being taken by the Builders as they are currently behind in this basketball game by a score of 60-47. And just a frenetic pace right now in this basketball game. Both teams up and down the court. A lot of athleticism and energy all over the court tonight, and it's really starting to show up in the score as it seems like the scoreboard is somewhat exploding here in the second half. Looked like for a second there the Builders were going to get back in it, but a couple of big shots by Neal has put the Big Blue back in control in this basketball game at a score of 60-47. 12:29 remaining in the ball game. An eternity left in the basketball game to get back into this if you are the Builders. But the Builders have to take care of the basketball, and so far they've been careless with the basketball on a couple of possessions. So if they can clean that up and also be able to finish at the free throw line. Remember, in the first half, they only shot 50%, 5 of 10 from the free throw line, so they left 5 points on the free throw line, and they've come out here in the second half already and missed a couple of more free throws. So it's going to be up to this team to shore up these mistakes, these mental errors, and get themselves back into this basketball game. It'll be Builder basketball out of the timeout. Again, 60-47 is the score, 12:29 remaining in the ball game. Here's Barrett, the trigger in to Moore as, thought that might have been a foul right there, but was not called. So it's going to be a play-on situation. Corey Joyner with the basketball being guarded by Williams. Kickball, so that will reset the shot clock. Well, the shot clock is not under 15 seconds. It's at 20. So the shot clock will not be reset on that kickball. 12:18 remaining in the ball game. Shot clock now at 18. Here's Barrett. Barrett looks, Searches, nothing. Ball is lost out of bounds, so that's going to be a turnover. An unfortunate turnover for the Builders. So the ball goes back over to Corey Williams and Big Blue. Blue. I'm sorry, that was Williams over to Henry. Back over to Williams, feed down to Easy Agabu. Easy Agabu spins, nothing. Ball goes off of a blue player, Big Blue player out of bounds. Possession goes over to the Builders. Nice job on defense by the Builders. Here's Brandon Joyner to trigger to Miles Barrett. 11:44 remaining in the ball game. Here's Barrett and Williams. Here's Corey with the basketball. Three-point shot is no good, but rebound corralled by the Builders, and an air ball on the three that time by Corey Joyner. You'd like to see the Builders stay a little bit more disciplined in their offense, maybe try to work the ball into the paint, try to pick up a cheap and easy basket while also picking up a foul is what I'm sure Coach would like to see, Coach Key would like to see, but it did not happen on that possession as Williams makes his way down court as Joyner takes a spill on the play. Putback is up and good by Big Blue Matt Jackson. And there's a turnover and an easy basket. As an easy basket that time by Big Blue. That's Greg Purnell as a full court press pays off for Big Blue. As we have a stoppage in play, we have an issue with the shot clock. It's currently stuck at 29 seconds. That definitely should not be the case as the shot clock gets started. It's going to be reset to 23 seconds. Builders were inbound. Moore inbounds to Walton. Here's Joyner. Looks. And we have a foul call. That call is on number 21 of Big Blue. That's Matt Jackson, and that's going to be his third personal foul. And that's the team's fourth, so no shots upcoming for the Builders as they look to inbound. Builders could use an easy basket right now. Been sitting at 47 points for quite a while. Skip pass over to Barrett. Barrett searching. Finds Joyner. Joyner feed inside. Moore unable to get the basket to go, but he gets that all-important foul. And I think he got that foul on number 21, Matt Jackson. And if he did, that is his fourth personal foul, so he's going to take a seat. More than likely, he'll be on the bench for quite a while. With that fourth personal foul, here's Marion Moore. Free throw is up and good. As Joseph Adeyemo makes his way onto the floor for Matt Jackson, who sits down with 4 personal fouls. And the free throw is up and good for Marion Moore. 64-49 is our score. 10:26 remaining in the second half. Bryant Fuller back onto the floor for the Builders. Four-court press being called by Coach Key. As Henry brings it across court.
Hand off, ball screen.
And an offensive foul call. Player control foul called on Big Blue. That's number 14, Joseph Adeyemo. Joseph Adeyemo picks up his fourth personal foul second. That is his second personal foul. As Marion Moore dunk wasn't able to connect. Ball goes out of bounds on the scramble, and it stays, I believe, with the Builders. Yes, it does. Here's Moore. Barrett with the basketball. Looks. Not a lot of motion in the offense. Spot up three. No good. Rebound taken by Big Blue. Here's Corey Williams, who's been somewhat quiet here in this basketball game. It's actually been Marcus Neal, and there's a traveling violation committed by Greg Purnell. That's a turnover. And at this junction in the basketball game, the Builders will take it. 64-49, 9:30 remaining in the basketball game. Here's Fuller. Fuller to Barrett. Here's Corey with the basketball. Joyner with the basketball. Corey Joyner. Joyner looks. Moore with the basketball. Tries to find a lane, couldn't get there. Basket no good. As Big Blue backs it out to Corey Williams. Beautiful feed inside. Look almost like a pretty clean block for where I was sitting, folks. But nonetheless, that's going to be a foul call on Bryant Fuller. That is his second personal foul. The team's fourth, and at the line to shoot two is Joseph A. Diamo for Big Blue. Drew Walton makes his way into the ball game for the Apprentice School, who again have some of the most unique basketball players in all of sports on the floor tonight. As the second free throw was no good, and it's cleared by Drew Walton. And one of the things to keep in mind about these young men is not only are they student athletes, as the three-point from the corner is good. Needed that one by Bryant Joyner, but they fall asleep on defense. Unfortunately for Big Blue, they weren't able to convert on the long outlet, and the ball is tipped out of bounds by Big Blue. But not only are these guys from the Apprentice School student athletes, folks, they also are student workers. They're also employed by Newport News Shipbuilding as apprentices in the shipyard, and not only are they earning wins here on the basketball court as there's a foul on inside, they're also earning a salary. They're also paid while they're getting their education here at the Apprentice School. A very unique situation that's unlike any other in college sports. So these guys ought to be commended for what they do. They, as the first free throw is up and good. So hats off to these young men for being able to maintain a college career and a working career all at the same time. Marcus Neal makes his way back into the ball game for Big Blue. Second Walton free throw is no good, but the ball gets tapped out of bounds by Joseph A. Diamo. So a chance at more points on this end of the court for the Builders, who currently trail right now by 11, 64-53. Shot no good for Brandon Joyner. Big Blue runs. Here's Neal. Jump ball is the call. The possession arrow is in favor of the Apprentice School, so the Builders get another possession for themselves as they try to chip away at this 11-point lead of Big Blue. Derek Price doing a nice job with Big Blue out of Bluefield, who not only do they have a lot of, as a foul is called here on the baseline, in favor of Marion Moore. So that'll put Marion Moore back at the free throw line. That foul call was on Joseph A. Diamo. So that'll be his third personal foul. Marion Moore will shoot 2 with the clock stopped, and if you want to score for the Apprentice School, that's exactly what you want to have happen. First free throw was good, outstanding. 64-54 Builders, 8:06 remaining in the ball game. A little bit more about Bluefield College. One unique thing about Bluefield College, as the second free throw for Marion Moore is up and good. Another unique thing about about Bluefield College is that they are classified as a historically black college and university, but their student body is only made up of 9% African American students, and they're registered as a HBCU, which is unusual. Marcus Neal with that basket, and that brings us to a timeout. Timeout being taken by Big Blue, who currently lead by a score of 66-55 here at the Apprentice School Athletic. And while we have an opportunity, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Definitely thank our corporate sponsors, Bayport Credit Union. The Apprentice School Athletics would like to take time to recognize our sponsor, Bayport Credit Union. Bayport Credit Union is a long-standing sponsor of not only Builders Athletics, but of several Apprentice School affiliated organizations such as the Apprentice Athletic Club, the Alumni Association, the Society of Manufacturing Engineers, and the Society of Naval Architects and Marine Engineers. All of our Apprentice School Club organizations would like to say thank you to Bayport Credit Union for their continued annual support. Go Builders. And right now, that's what these fans want to be able to yell out, but right now, there's an 11-point deficit that's got them not being able to do that. 7:49 remaining in the basketball game. Timeout was just called by Bluefield, so Coach Key has an opportunity to talk to his guys and try to see can we put something together to get back in this basketball game. Both teams make their way back onto the court after the timeout. Not only does Bluefield College offer things like basketball, football, and swimming as recreational sports at their school, they also offer mixed martial arts. So if you're looking to be a UFC fighter, you may want to go to Bluefield. Here's Joyner with the basketball. Squeezes off a three-point attempt, no good. Moore skies for the rebound. Here's Moore. Back out to Joyner. Shot clock at 20, plenty of time. 7:19 remaining in the ball game. 11-point deficit. Marion Moore with the score inside. And that cuts the lead down to 9. 66-57. Here's Marcus Neal, who's been virtually unguardable tonight. And that was a traveling violation that was not called on Bluefield, but we'll let that one go. Here's Williams. Over to Inyawu. Ball poked away by Joyner, thrown ahead to Joyner. Joyner with the basket. Lead knocked down to 7. 66-59. Bluefield over the Builders. 6.5 minutes remaining in the basketball game. Bluefield is not out of it yet. They have to keep playing. Nice feed inside, but unable to finish. Is Big Blue, and the ball is lost out of bounds by Joseph Adeyamo. Tayon Henry onto the floor for Big Blue as the Builders work hard to get back into this basketball game after being down since almost the beginning of the game after losing the lead 9-7 to Bluefield in the first half. Bluefield hasn't looked back. Here's Joyner inside, shot short. Bluefield on the run. Here's Neal. Once again, when the ball goes into his hands, he's virtually automatic, as Neal has 17 points. 68-59, 9-point lead. Here's Barrett. Barrett gives. Ball thrown inside. One pass too many that time by Marion Moore, and the ball is lost out of bounds for the Builders. I like the idea, but when you're 2 feet from the basket, go ahead and take the shot. You don't need an extra pass. One or two things is going to happen on that one. Either you're going to score or you're going to get fouled. Here's Neal out of the corner, and that's good for 3, and that pushes him up to 20 points for the basketball game, and it also pushes the lead out to 12 for Big Blue. Here's Barrett, but he travels, and that's going to be a turnover for the Builders. Correction, that was not Barrett that traveled. That was Joyner. I apologize if I'm getting the names wrong, but these guys are built similarly, as both Joyners and Barrett are almost the same size and same thickness and body. As we have a foul call on the rebound, I believe that's going to go against Marion Moore, and it will. That's his second foul. No shot. So the ball will be inbounded for Big Blue. Here's Corey Williams. Williams over to Purnell. Purnell feed down low to Hood. Correction, that's Henry. Back out to Williams as they start to eat clock. Shot clock under 10. Able to get the shot off, and it's good, and the foul. That's heartbreaking. That call was on number 1, Brandon Joyner. That's his second personal foul in the team's 6, so Corey Williams set to shoot 1. And the free throw is good. 74-59, 15-point lead now, back up for Big Blue. As the Builders were able to cut it to 7, and the wheels have come off a little bit as ball is lost out of bounds by Adeyamo, or Adeyamo, I'm sorry. Adeyamo lost it out of bounds for Bluefield. So ball goes back over to the Builders. 4:17 remaining in the ball game, down by 15. We've got to pick up the pace a little bit here. We have to attack the basket early and often for the next 4:05. If not, we're going to come up short when the clock hits 000. So now is the time to blow and go. Here's Joyner, tries to get it inside to Walton. Walton gets the ball up. No basket, but he is fouled. That foul is on number 14. That's Joseph Adeyamo. That is his 4th personal foul. So Walton gets an opportunity to shoot 2 shots with the clock stopped. Currently trailing by 15, 3 minutes and 53 seconds remaining. First free throw is up and good. As Matt Jackson makes his way back into the ball game for Joseph Adeyamo. Second free throw is no good, but the ball is batted out of bounds by Marion Moore, and that keeps the ball with Big Blue. Corey Williams in the backcourt, guarded heavily by Joyner. Ball is tipped out of bounds. Possession stays. Possession stays, but the shot clock is right at 10 seconds. The referee says that the ball was tapped out of bounds prior to the ball going prior to the 10-second call. That was a strange turn of events right there. I thought when the ball was inbounded into the backcourt, that would have immediately triggered a backcourt violation, but it did not. Possession stays with Bluefield as Corey Williams works. Comes up short on the jumper. And an offensive foul call on the Builders. On the fast break, Miles Barrett lost control and ran over one of the Bluefield players, and the offensive foul call was triggered. 3:16 remaining, 14-point lead right now, as the pass inside to Corey Williams for an easy basket and a foul by Miles Barrett. So Corey Williams will step to the free throw to shoot a single free throw to try and complete the three-point play. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the ball game. 16-point lead current by Big Blue. Corey Williams set to shoot one. And the free throw is good. We have a timeout. Timeout being taken by the visiting Big Blue. And it looks as though the worst case scenario has come to light for the Builders here late in this basketball game. Is the wheels have kind of come off of the bus somewhat. Very difficult time for the Builders to be able to make a shot, but at the same time, easy baskets have been given up to Big Blue here late in the ball game. Probably in the last 3 to 4 minutes, they've gotten layup after layup after layup, and this lead is now gotten to the point where it's not completely insurmountable, but if you kind of do the math, it's going to be really, really tough for Coach Key to get these guys back into the ball game and get a win. 17 points is what you're down by right now. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this basketball game. But if I know these young men, they're going to continue to fight to the end. So you never know what could happen here at the end of this basketball game. But if you're the Builders, you keep playing hard until this basketball game is over, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Seems like it's been Marcus Neal, and it's been his show the entire second half. But also Corey Williams, who's coming to tonight's game as the leading scorer for Big Blue at 20 points per game, has eclipsed that at 21 points. But it's been Neal who's come in and given the spark. He's also sunk 20 tonight. Builders inbound. Barrett over to Joyner. 3:03 remaining in the basketball game. Shot clock at 20. Here's Joyner over to Barrett. Down into Walton. Easy basket. Nice job. 77-62 was our score. Big Blue with the basketball in no hurry. 2:43 remaining. Here's Neal. Neal over to Williams. Again, no hurry to attack the basket, not when you're up by 15. And it's kind of been that kind of night tonight for the Builders, where they weren't quite able to intercept the ball, but able to cause a turnover to get the ball back. So in the front court, here's Barrett. Barrett looks. Game clock, 2:17. Barrett with 3. And the three-pointer is good. 77-65, 2:10 remaining. Here's Neal. Builders have to find a way to try to extend this basketball game as we get down to the 2-minute mark remaining in the basketball game. Here's Williams. Barrett takes his eyes off of Williams, and Williams is able to get the ball inside for an easy basket for Tayon Henry. Fell asleep a little bit at the defensive end. Williams able to capitalize with the easy dump down pass into the lane for Big Blue as Barrett squares and shoots. Three-pointer no good. Big Blue running. Neal, cross court. Shot no good, but Big Blue rebounds. 1:20 remaining in the basketball game. 79-65, 14-point lead for Big Blue as the arena goes silent. Close to the 1-minute mark remaining in the ball game. Shot clock just under 10. Feed inside to Matt Jackson, who scores and is fouled. That foul is on Miles Barrett. Tough night for Miles. Tough night for the Builders team. As wholesale substitutions make their way onto the floor for the Builders. Nothing to hang their heads about. They played hard. Wholesale change is also on the way for Big Blue as the game clock is at 101. And right now, Big Blue is up by 16. Matt Jackson at the line to shoot 2. Correction, he's only shooting 1. And that was to complete the three-point play as Matt Jackson hits the bench. And Abraham Ezeagabu makes his way onto the floor for Big Blue. Under a minute remaining in the ball game. Sam Morris with the basketball. Kick over. Three-point shot up and no good for Ken Smith. And Bryce Scott scores for the Builders. 82-67, 32 seconds remaining in the ball game. Derek Brandon with the basketball. Looks to dribble out the clock, shot clock at 16. Turnover created by the Apprentices. And the basket is missed by Bryce Scott. Big Blue controls with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that'll do it. That's your final. 82-67 is your final score here at the Apprentice School Athletic facility. Both teams came in tonight with high hopes of coming out of here with a sweep of Bluefield College, but it was not to be. The women fell tonight 63-55. The men fall 82-67. Hard-fought game on both sides by the men and by the women, but unfortunately, we came up just a little bit short. So nothing to hang your head about. These guys played great. They played hard, and great fan support once again tonight. Before we sign off, I want to thank our title sponsor once again, Bayport Credit Union, for all your support of Builder Athletics. So for Howard McCain, we're signing off here. We'll see you next time.